Katz and Cosby, entertaining and informative on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
We have Senator Norm Coleman from the great state of Minnesota. And Norm, tell us, I mean, what a mess we're in.
Well, I have to tell you, you actually have made Minnesota look good. I mean, I think the difference between this is that Minnesota has like Tim Walz. You know, Walz is just stupid. Okay, but now you've got in New York City, what you got is dangerous. I mean, you know, you got the.
I'm going to tell you, Norm, Senator. I'm going to tell you how dangerous. Rita.
Oh yeah.
Read the statement just made of the person that beat
Adriana Espaillat.
Espaillat, the Spanish. Where was he?
He was head of the Hispanic Caucus in Congress.
Hispanic Caucus. Chair of the Hispanic Caucus.
So Norm, here's the line. All right, this is from Daria Liza Avila Chevalier. She's obviously Democratic Socialist. She's the one who beat Espaillat. She says that we need a total eradication of Western civilization. I mean, you can't make it up.
You know, this is, communism. We don't like to use the phrase. These are communists, but they don't. You can't sell that phrase. So you say Democrat, socialist. The mayor of Mandami last night quoted this Antonio Grimes, an Italian communist. Who their belief is that you've got to kind of destroy the underpinnings of civilization. Family, organized religion. That's where they're at. That's what New York has voted for. So as I said, Minnesota, I thought that we were the far left. They were almost centrist compared to what you have now. And how I'll tell you, I'll give you three big losers last night. One, of course, Israel is the loser. In terms of you've got folks who are clear three anti-Semites just are going to get elected to Congress, and they're going to have loud voices. And so Israel, I just came from the Republican Jewish Coalition, had our meeting in Washington this week. We just got done with it today. And I can tell you, I say it, and I want Israel to be a bipartisan issue. But all you have in the Democratic Party is John Fetterman supporting Israel. Now, even Chuck Schumer, by the way, he's the second biggest loser last night, and is Schumer, because his fate is written. I mean, the old guard is gone. The old guard is dead. It's simply a matter of time. So, Chuck has had a nice career. We went to 197 together, went to Madison together. He had his moments of glory, but they're over. So Chuck Schumer's political career is over. And of course, I think the third loser are the people of the city of New York. I mean, ultimately, you lost the head of Hispanic Caucus. You lost, the person who had led the Trump impeachment. You lost folks with seniority who at least could kind of bring some resources back to the people they represent. And what do you got? Is you got three communists, three anti-Semites, who nothing constructive, nothing. They don't want to build anything. They're just going to simply take it. And at a certain point in time, you run out of other people's money.
Yeah, and what's troubling, Norm, is that in the middle of all this, all the rhetoric, like you said, it was anti-Israel, but it was, they've even talked about open borders. They've talked about deporting no one, even murderers.
Right, should murderers be held in prison?
Right. No, they don't want prisons. Question, right? A couple of them, right. So right, are they going to go to their house? I mean, this is, it really is, it's almost like Mad Max, I feel like.
Yeah, but it's reality. It's, I've said this on this show before. I love quoting Ed Koch, when he lost his election, the people have spoken, they deserve to be punished. I really don't think, though, New Yorkers deserve to be punished, and I don't know if I don't think there's an awakening. Mondami, who everyone said, well, he's going to be hurting the Democrat Party. If anything, this is where the energy in the Democrat Party today is an energy that is anti-Semitic, anti-Israel, anti-capitalism, anti-growth, anti-American culture. I mean, one of them, they talked about she wipes her dirty hands on an American flag, and they don't love the country. And so this is what you got now as the folks who are going to be representing the people of the city of New York and Brooklyn and Queens. I think it's a very sad state of, as I said, I thought Minnesota had kind of veered way to the left, but now I have to kind of readjust my calibrations because we're off the playing field right now in terms of how far left this is.
Governor Pataki, any response to Norm Coleman, who's from Minnesota, but is really a Brooklyn guy?
He's really from New York, I know. Senator, nice talking to you again. And I just think you hit it right on the head. It's a disaster. Anytime you can make Minnesota look good, you're doing something horribly wrong. My one correction where you were saying how New York is going to suffer. The problem is a lot of these people are going down to Washington. And because of that, I fear our country's going to suffer. And we just have to stick to our guns, get decent candidates, and tell good Democrats that they need to look at the Republican candidate because their party is nominating lunatics.
And the days of the Steny Hoyers and the folks who I could disagree with, but I could have a rational discussion with, those days are over. John Kennedy, the Senator Kennedy from Louisiana, said, there's a reason for everything. Sometimes the reason is that you're stupid and you make bad decisions. The people of yesterday, some bad decisions were made in the Democrat primaries, and you're right, Governor. That's going to have repercussions, not just in New York, which will suffer. You're going to lose the ability of folks who really were serving. You wanted to get some things done. I disagree with them. Wanted to get things done, but in the end, I think the country suffers by the wide partisan divide, and again, the virulent anti-Semitism. Mandami, speaks out about AIPAC. He's really talking about Jews. That's just. And I think, by the way, one of the Democrat congressmen, Gotthard, one of those guys, kind of said that literally last night. You could replace AIPAC. He was talking about Jews, and so as a Jew who was born in Brooklyn, who was a Democrat. I switched parties. I didn't switch a single position. My party, and this was in 1996, moved to the left. Well, now my party is in a different zone. They're in a different dimension. My old party, a different warp speed where we've gone to a different universe. And so, sad state of affairs, but you're right. It's not just New York City. The nation is going to be impacted by this.
Yep.
Senator Norm Coleman, keep fighting for America. Keep fighting for, and we'll catch up with you again real soon.
Always a pleasure, team.
Thank
Always
you.
a pleasure.
Thank you.